Hey everybody, hope you're keeping safe and well. Bit of a different video for me today. I'm joined by the fantastic Carly Knight of Kerfuffle. Hey Carly, how are you?
Hello, hi everyone.
So we've kind of got a double edged sword, I suppose, to this today. It's Carly has never done a video that she's put out on social media, and it's something we've been talking about over the course of last year, isn't it? And trying
It
to get you
is.
to do. So I'm very privileged. This is the first time you're going to do a video.
You've got an exclusive, Matt, but it's all about New Year, jumping out of the comfort zone. So this is a big step.
There you go, exactly. And we thought, what can we really talk about? And so, Kerfuffle, obviously, you work for. We're members of Kerfuffle of the K Club, but I probably, in all honesty, still have some difficulty really coherently explaining to other agents what it is. So, a lot of agents say to me, Matt, I see you promoting things on Kerfuffle, and David and Simon are good enough to have us on their webinars. But yeah, what is Kerfuffle? So maybe I thought let's start nice and easy with your first video in your comfort zone a little bit. Can you really kind of explain what Kerfuffle is and the benefits for agents?
Yeah, so kerfuffle is many things, but we're going to go back to basics. So you have kerfuffle.com, and agents, you don't have to be in the club, but agents can use it as a free resource. So any agent can go on kerfuffle.com. If they're at research stage and they're thinking about some new tech or some outsourced services, it can be quite hard to know what's great, what's good, and actually what isn't so good. So just think of it as a library, an A to Z, almost like a catalogue. It's the only space which really clubs together supplier solutions. And you can check out, solutions that you've probably never heard of. It's all done by filters. So there's over 700 suppliers out there. If you just wanted to look at prospecting tools or CRM, just a very easy search filter. And the great thing is you can see what other agents are saying. So
Right.
think of it as a trip advisor. So a free resource where you can find solutions, you can check out what other agents are saying, and ultimately it's a resource where we're hoping it saves you time. So you don't have to sit in a demo that you never needed to again.
Okay.
So very, very simple. Anyone can use Kerfuffle. However, you can join the club, and it's a no-brainer. Number one, it's zero cost. And what you get from joining the club is you go on to kerfuffle.com. You need to select the basic membership, which is the zero cost membership, and you get a lot more. So you basically get a team of experts. So yes, you get Simon, you get the lovely David Mintz, you get the likes of Richard Durant. So a group of people who have either got experience in supplier side or tech development. They've been agency owners. They've got years of experience at the coalface. You've got people like myself from marketing backgrounds. And what you get as a member is you can book in a one-to-one session. So rather than using the digital kerfuffle.com, and we hope you still use that, you can actually have 45 minutes on a Zooms or a Teams session where it's tailored advice. So we're going to sit there and listen to any aims, frustrations, challenges you've got about streamlining your business, creating a more responsive customer journey, prospecting tools, because it's really hard when they all claim to be fabulous to know which is the best. And the simple answer is it depends how your business, the agent, is going to use that particular tool, and how your staff are likely to adopt that tool, your budgets, what you're already doing at the moment, how that tool can enhance that. So it's all about tailored advice, and it's completely free of charge. And you haven't got to take our advice. We will give our expert opinion, but we've got a club of hundreds and hundreds of business owners. So we can also have a look at the data that we're collecting. Last year was huge for us. We spent the whole year collecting agent sentiment. So we call them net performance. This is just getting really geeky, but we have net performance scores or data insights about what agents are rating their current suppliers. So we could give you our advice, or we could just pull out the data and say, simply out of 10, that particular tool or product is sitting at an 8 across 200 odd agents who are using it. It's a solid, tool. Agents are rating it great. We would recommend you go and speak to them and learn more about, maybe booking in a demo or, having a discussion with that particular supplier. So we're just giving you the intel, the information to go and sit in a demo and be informed.
So the free 45-minute session, is that what you call the Kerfuffle MOT?
We call it the Kerfuffle MOT, which actually can be a bit confusing, because when we originally launched, the idea was we were going to look at agents' business from a bird's eye model and have a look at all the different aspects of tools and tech they were using. And we can still do that, but it can be quite overwhelming. And if you're at the stage where you just want to enhance the customer journey or have better lead generation, then we don't necessarily need to talk to you about CRM systems and processes, but we need to granulate or delve into the marketing, the consumer journey or client journey. So we can just focus on, what that agent's particular aim or challenge is. Right. So originally MOT, a full health check, but we're happy just to help with the smaller, more granulated kind of aims or challenges.
Perfect. And just to be clear, you will actually show other agents reviews and thoughts. It's not whichever supplier pays you the most gets recommended.
No, not at all. So we have supplier partners. So on our website, we've got over 700 suppliers. Okay. And I'm going to be very honest and transparent about this. 40% of them, we do have agreements in place. However, we're talking pennies and pence. Okay. Sure. And us kerfufflers, the ones giving out the advice, we don't know where those agreements sit, who with, etc. So it's always benefit led. It's always going to be what solution marries with that particular agent's need or challenge or want. And those agreements pay for this free advice. They pay for my wages. They pay to give this free advice. So we're hoping it's like a brilliant 360 win-win for the agent. And if the agent decides to go ahead, because it's ultimately up to the agent after they've had that demo, then hopefully we would be rewarded with, as I say, penny and pence.
Sure. No, that's fine. Everybody has to make money, but it's just that we want to make sure the actual advice is given. So it's great that you've got the reviews and things. And the one thing I did notice, and so we are Kerfuffle users here at Charles David Casson. One thing I have noticed is how many suppliers you've got on there that I'd never heard of. So I like to think I kind of have a fairly broad view of agency and know what's going on. But actually, when you get in there, there's some really quite good and companies doing a lot of stuff that you might never get to hear of. So it is a nice place to find everything, all in one go.
Definitely. I mean, we have to do our homework. So a part of our job is to sit through many, many demos. And some are solutions to problems that exist. A lot of them are solutions to problems that don't exist in agency land. And that can be quite a hard conversation with a supplier, especially if they're from overseas and, they've got a tried and tested product that's working somewhere else in the world, but it just doesn't fit into the UK market. So we try and not act as a witch, but very top level, make sure that any solutions, any products, any services on kerfuffle.com have a genuine top level value. They are a solution to a problem that exists.
Right. So in a world where an agent's always complaining about having a lack of time, you've basically done a lot of the filtering, taken all the demos, so that when we come to you, we will still do demos, but we'll do less demos. And we'll do kind of the ones with the probably more beneficial, right? That's
and I think it's important to know there's no hard sale. So we're quite happy just to recommend products and say, let's narrow it down to free. And this is what we would recommend. Yeah. And you can go away and you don't have to book a demo. We could say to you, would you like us to introduce you to that supplier? And if that's the case, we'll book the demo in for you, which again is enhancing the agent's journey because actually their customer service is going to be higher. Also, we make sure they're buying the product at the right price. So we're here to make sure there's no wild west of selling, that supplier or product or tool has been benchmarked. We've got the intel on that. And actually, rather than just going onto a website and reading the jargon on there and clicking the link, book a demo now, if we can narrow it down to 1 or 2 demos because we've married up the solution with whatever the agent is trying to achieve, we're hoping we save you lots of time as well. And I think that's the main value. We do the homework for you.
Yeah, no, it's, as I say, in the words of Christopher Watkins, I'm not getting any financial consideration for doing this interview, but I will say we are members of Kerfuffle, and it certainly saved us a lot of time, and we've found it very helpful. So, but I just think, yeah, it can be, from an outsider's point of view, sometimes it can be difficult to get a real grasp on what Kerfuffle does. You have these visions that Simon Wales just going to turn up at your office and start causing chaos, but obviously there are a lot of you kind of behind the scenes doing the work. And
let's not kid about it. Simon's fun. Everyone sees the big pink and the fun side of Kerfuffle, but we all work behind the scenes incredibly hard. So there, although Simon is incredible to work for and incredible to see at the awards, the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes in basically doing this homework is hours and hours of long days. So that's at the basic level. You can become an essential member, and we give a lot more for that. So you can get training on the Kerfuffle campus map, which I know you are. We've got some of the top trainers. So think of your Stephen Browns, Charlotte from Able Agent, Julian O'Dell, yeah. Tony Morris, Paul Long. They're all on there. But the great thing is we've also got 4 leading agent. So Matt, I know you're going to be offering some content and tips and advice. So again, we're not positioning it as you're going to get letters after your name, but it's almost like the Netflix of best practice. So a mixture of tips and advice and best practice learnings on there as well for our members. And the idea is if we can give agents, whether they are the 4 leading agents we see all over social media, the growing agents, the new startups, if we can help them get the technology foundations right, it's not that tech's going to, improve what they're doing as agents, because we're not here to tell agents how to sell properties. We are here to help agents streamline the business, create more responsive customer journeys, because you guys will always be your best asset. But if we can save you time, money, create efficiencies, that's really where we're offering the support.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And again, time is something that agents, they don't have a lot of. And in terms of training, we all know training is important, but I'm sure there are some agency owners out there that are saying, I just don't have time to train you. Then the team members are feeling a bit undervalued. And I think a main reason that people leave employment is because they're feeling, underskilled and undervalued. So the fact that Kerfuffle have got almost this plug and place, thing where people can go, like you say, Netflix, they can find, because not all trainers fit all personalities either, So even out of the ones you've named, there's some there that I think that I've done training with and liked it, and some that I probably wouldn't do it with again. And so I think it's great that there's a broad range that people can choose who they enjoy learning from. But also the thing I found about Kerfuffle, it's not just the same old people. You are trying to get some different styles of training in there. Thought leading is obviously a word.
Yeah.
I think it's again a much broader range than you can find anywhere else.
Yeah, fresh content every month, and we've partnered up with Able Agents, so we're offering brilliant packages on there. And what actually happens is a lot of agencies, because it's so cheap, it's £36 a month. You get all the tech support, you get the one-on-one meetings, you get free resources, exclusive deals on the tech side. But with the training side, you often get, teams having bite size or particular courses and then reporting back to the business owners. They're really engaging in this, they're learning a lot from it, the motivation showing, and it just gets those business owners to look a bit more closely at the training needs, and maybe contact the likes of Stephen Brown, for instance, or Charlotte directly to invest in it. So it's a good teaser or trial And like I say, it's just opening the doors to motivating teams and seeing what the adoption is going to be like as well. But ultimately, if we can deliver the best training content and also provide the best tools for teams to do their job, we're hoping that obviously we're supporting the business owner having that successful model.
Perfect. That's what we want. No, I think that's explained it a lot better than I ever try explaining it to anybody. So I think next time anyone asks me what Kerfuffle was about, I won't even attempt it. I'll just point them in your direction. But
please do. But honestly, it's free. You've just got to go on to kerfuffle.com. You can sign up as a basic member, and you have a team of experts pretty much at your beck and call to help you with some of the bigger decisions when it comes to where to spend your money, what's working, what's not. A lot of people think it's almost like a TV advert for all these suppliers. We can just concentrate on what tech you're currently using and focus efforts there. It's not all about buying into new technology or products.
Perfect. Good stuff. Well, thank you, Carly. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Matt.
First
I've
video.
Done it.
Yeah, you've done
Videos
it.
killed the radio star.
Yeah, no, I think you've been brilliant. You've done really well. So you make me look amateur. So no, well done. Thank you. And yeah, if anybody wants, so I'm not getting paid for this. If anybody wants to know more about Kerfuffle, I highly recommend it. Head over to the website or get in touch with Carly. Thanks a lot.
Great. Thanks, Matt.